Reposition the van. Got it up a little higher in the front, down lower in the back. That's my brother Bill. Brother from the same mother. I'm taking a coffee break. The thing does look broke, man. What the fuck, dude? I can't believe that thing's broken. It's got, I don't know, what did I put, like 7,000 miles on that? Got the engine out. Has to be disassembled. I got to take the intake off and I got to take the bracketry off. I had to get crafty with this. Nothing I had would work. There wasn't enough clearance. So this is basically what I had to do. Yeah, it works awesome. It's a beautiful system I have here. Even if I had a regular shop, I would do this. I have the winch hooked up and I have it's a remote control. You know, I get to move it little tiny bits at the same time. I have the pneumatic. It'd be pretty cool if this had a down, but no big deal. You just release it the way you normally would. The transmission, I guess, is fairly new. That sticker, if you can even see it, is 2018, which is kind of a good sign. The friggin' engine mount is busted. I'm not sure. I think what happened is when you have a scanner on this, when you have a scan tool on this, it loses communication to a bunch of modules. Doesn't matter if it's Snap-on, Autel, Launch, it loses communication. So you actually can't take this on road tests and read the data. And when it would lose communication, the transmission control module, when it would finally shift gears, it banged hard as shit. So I think that's what broke the original mount, because the original mount was busted. Replaced that when I replaced the heads. And I can't use this one because this one's bad too. Bummer. We got new guy in. Yep. Messy. Let's see if I can measure this. My super accurate measurement here. Yeah, it's a good 3/16, right? About 3/16 of an inch. Best I'm going to do. I don't really care to do any better. An engine that's going in the trash. Kind of curious to see how my welds held up on this crappy ass job I did. One of the shops I used to work at, he used to use seat belts all the time. They worked surprisingly well. A little scared about it. Seemed like to not be a problem. It's not a problem until it's a problem. Oh, that one ain't coming off. Neither is that one. Neither is that one. That one is. Turbo sockets. Pretty awesome. Holy shit. The weld held up. I am very surprised. Very surprised. I think it's like 7,000 miles. Wow. My weld held. I did not expect that. It was totally an experiment. I don't even know if I made a video on that because I was like, this ain't gonna work. I cannot believe they held up. That to me is amazing. As you can tell, I got my Middle Eastern safety shoes on. Let's see what kind of reflexes I got. Okay. That's one head. Oh yeah, she was burning some oil, that's for sure. Yes, so I was burning it up too. I don't even know if you can see that. All up here. Huh. Surprisingly not that bad. And we'll check that one later. Really just that one for cylinder number 1 is the only one that had any kind of a... This one's got a little play too. I was expecting to see a flat one or something. There's a little spot on it. Now that could have just happened from when it fell. I don't know if I have to pull the pan. I might. Never had one of these apart. Nope, okay. I was just wondering if it was like the older Chevys. I mean, it's got a flat here, so the older Chevys would kind of have a lip, so you had to drop the pan. Oh yeah. Get a little bit. Broken guide. Yeah. Would have done some good probably to replace that. Come on. Not all that bad. I mean, it is warm. Got little spots here and there. Right there's a good one. Hey, what's up with that? That one was broken. Not too much carnage in there. Wheel pump looks good. This did have killer oil pump. If the gauge was correct, it was 80 psi. Nope. Man, these bearings don't look all that bad. That one's got a nice groove in it. I can't see this having 300,000 miles on it. Oh, that one's, oh, because it's still in here. This has to be a replacement motor. And it looks discolored. Maybe it was rebuilt. Which one is this? Cylinder 1. And you got a little bit. It's not too bad at all. It's not too bad. I was expecting to see worse. It's got a little bit more here. This one kind of binding. This one's a little, it's freed up now. I got a quote to have this rebuilt. It was like $4,000 or $5,000. I was like, yeah, it's a work truck, bro. Ooh, that thrust bearing. Holy shit. Whew. Wow. Look at that. Ate right into that. It's the bearing. Ate right into it. Whew. Man. Nice little spot there. Crank was wearing into it there too. I'm not sure if this thing's been apart before. Definitely means no discoloration now. They all look okay. I mean, that might be... Should have taken that back piece off first. You know what? I think I'm done for the day. I gotta make dinner. That's kind of a mess up on my part. I should have taken that off first. Crank doesn't look too bad. Actually, it doesn't look bad at all. I mean, I don't feel nothing on these. Yeah, I don't feel nothing. I mean, obviously I'm not doing a super thorough check. For whatever reason, these bolts here and these nuts are standard. Let's see if I can get that off. I think that's good enough so I can get the crank out. E8 for the studs that come up through here. None of the bearings looked bad. I just pulled it out, cleaned it, you know, shot some brake clean on it. This is from sitting outside a little bit, but the journals don't feel like there's anything on them. I'm by no means a machinist. I have a lot of respect for those guys. I wouldn't dare say that I know what the hell I'm talking about. This looks bad, but can't really feel anything. This right here, it's hard to get a shot of it. But this is where the thrust bearing wore it away. The block looks really good, except for the cam bearings are pretty worn. And number one, which is, I think this one, right? Has scored cylinder walls, which Is this the right one? I'm trying to think upside down and backwards. Yeah, this is number 1. You can kind of see it right here running up, and you can feel it. Only misfired at idle, but it misfired enough to where this thing would not pass inspection. The check engine light was always on. It was always misfiring at idle.